Hi guys, my name is Ivan Pomorin and I'm cinematographer from Russia, Moscow. Welcome at my YouTube channel, and here is some tests I did with a new 12K URSA Pro Blackmagic Design camera. And we did output video in 4K resolution for you to see difference between 12K, 8K and 4K, which camera can do inside the matrix. In the beginning of the tests, we started to use zooms, Angenieux lenses, DP Optimal 16-42mm with t-stop 2.8. And here is the only one crop mode in a 6K camera working with the center of the matrix, so you can use 16mm lenses for some special needs. And also you have to use this mode to have more frame rate when you are shooting slow-mo. You can say that this picture is too warm from the point of color balance, but this is matter of our mood with the colorist. We wanted to do some sunny day. Now I'm shooting as a DOP TV project, TV serials about ambulance, so everything is cold, blue and so on, and I wanted to do some sunny day. And here is output from the camera 4K, so you see every pixel coming from the camera in the final material, and it's working really great in all resolutions. You can get 4K, 8K, 12K without crop, so it's pure raw. And here is the tests for the moire. You can see in the right corner of the skirting some moire at this skirting, but this is because the double layer of that skirting. It doesn't matter what resolutions you put on the camera, 8K, 4K, 12K, it's the same. And the thing is that you can see the same with your eyes in life at the set, so it's not moire coming from the camera. And I can say that during that tests I didn't find any moire at all. So outside the window there is 6K HMI Fresnel light from ARRI, so we have a quite big contrast, about 5 stops in the highlights and the shadows, and the camera keeps quite well the skin tones in the highlights and the shadows. And here is 3.5 stops of the contrast. I wish for the future to have some more time with that camera to do some bigger tests, to play with the dynamic rate. During that tests I used only the ISO 800, so we didn't change anything at the post-production, everything is 800. Camera have built-in ND filters. I think this is a big plus of that camera. When you are walking outdoors you can be faster when you are changing ND filters. So this is the zoom 400mm made from the 12K. So the only one problem of this scaling is the resolution, optical resolution of the lens. There isn't noise, there isn't any artifacts with that blow up, but you can't shoot the whole project with only one lens, only scaling in post-production. And this is the low light scene when I was amazed what camera can do in the shadows, what camera can do in the low lights. So we can say now it have small sensor, Super 35. For nowadays it's small, not the full frame, but we can think that it has small pixels, but it keeps quite well. It's so sensitive in the shadows, so sensitive in a low light, no noise, no any artifacts. And I think this is because of the new kind of the Blackmagic design sensor. It's not Bayer sensor, it's different, and I can say it keeps shadows much more better, low lights much more better, even in the highlights. The only K light was coming from the candles, and there is some backlight. We did the tests especially with the warm lighting to see how the camera working with candlelight, how the camera working with tungsten warm light, and it keeps quite well. No noise, no any artifacts in a low light. Very beautiful. So in this scene you can see the warm background and different colors coming from the sky panel in the party mode. So you can see how the camera keeps quite well very different colors, very difficult colors for the camera, no clipping, no noise, and it's very beautiful with the different hard colors. So still this is 32mm ultra prime lens, wide open, 1.9 t-stop, and the compression of the original material was 1:5. And here we can see the only light coming from the candle, only one candle. The camera working very good. There is some fill light, but the K light was the candle. And you can see now the zoom and the scaling 400%. And this is ultra prime lens, 32mm, and you can see how sharp it's still during the scaling. And here we, with the colorist Mikhail Bogotyrev, put out the shadows to see any artifacts, any noise, but it's still okay. So this is a little bit more natural color correction of the same shot. Of course, on the big productions I'm always using ARRI cameras. I'm a big fan of Alexa. Right now I'm shooting a project with Red Dragon 6K cameras, and of course I did the comparing with the camera I'm using every day with the new Blackmagic Design 12K URSA Pro camera. And I can say that URSA Pro is keeping quite well in this competition, but the only question for the Blackmagic is the highlights. I saw that there is a little bit more highlights in the Red Dragon camera, but I can say that new 12K URSA Blackmagic Design camera, it keeps much more sensitive in the low lights, in the shadows, than Red Dragon 6K. So at this split screen you can see how close we can do in the post-production Red Dragon and Blackmagic Design 12K URSA. The only question is the highlights, so we take out everything from the Blackmagic URSA. There is a little bit more in the highlights in the Red Dragon raw file. So in this scaling 400% you can see how it's amazing to have 12K resolution. It's crazy. The only question to find the lens you can use for the 12K scaling in the 400%. So guys, one more time, thank you for coming at my channel. I hope you find my tests useful, interesting. Please leave the comments what would you like to find at my YouTube channel, because I have a lot of Russian content, a lot of Russian videos, but maybe you will find something interesting you want to see at my YouTube channel in English. So thank you one more time for coming at my channel. Leave the comments, put likes, and hope to see you soon. Bye.